Welcome to WNL Sports Weekly. I'm Jeremy Franklin. On this week's show, we'll speak with women's tennis coach Erin Ness and women's track and field captain Maggie Seybold. But we begin with a quick look back at the weekend in Washington and Lee athletics. Women's lacrosse won a 14-13 nail-biter over St. Mary's. Men's lacrosse knocked off Bridgewater 18-4. Baseball dropped a pair of ODAC games to Roanoke, losing 14-6 and 3-0 to the Maroons. At the WNL Track and Field Carnival, our guest today, Maggie Seybold, won the 1,500 meters with the fourth fastest time in women's program history, while Donovan Fiore won the 400 meters and Drew Pranka placed first in the 400-meter hurdles to pace the men's team. In a loaded field at the Jekyll Island Invitational, women's golf came in 5th out of 21 teams, while men's golf placed 8th out of 30. And women's tennis split a pair of matches at the Blue-Gray Invitational, falling 6-3 to Kenyon before defeating 11th-ranked Skidmore 5-4, while men's tennis lost 7-2 to Mary Washington. Joining me in the studio is women's tennis coach Erin Ness. Erin, welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You've had a number of competitive matches against Division I teams and ranked Division III opponents, but the victory over Skidmore was your first out of conference play. How significant is that match for your team?
I think it's a very significant win for us. It instills a lot of belief and a lot of confidence that we're doing the right things and we keep continuing to trust the process. We're going to be successful this year. You know, we have a very young team, but we have a lot of talent, and it showed in that Skidmore match that we can do amazing things this season. We just have to keep believing in it. You
mentioned the youth. Two of your first years, Taylor Garcia and Georgia Wright, are currently playing at #1 and #3 singles and together at #1 doubles. How have they already impacted the program?
I think they bring a lot of that energy, especially at the top. I mean, Taylor, she's kind of the energy force through the team. You know, she yells, "Come on," and you can just see the vibe pick up for everyone else and just that desire and that fight. And I think having that youth at the top just brings a new excitement to the team, but also a new look for us. And I think they're going to have a very successful, future here.
The General's upcoming schedule features a number of ODAC matches with the trip to #1 Emory snuck in there at the end of March. What are you hoping to see from your team over the next few weeks?
I think just keep working on the things that we need to keep working on, especially strong doubles play, as we discovered against Skidmore. That's kind of the key to our success, is being up after the doubles. Having a 2-1 lead is a lot different than being down 1-2. And I know that we're capable of playing very strong doubles throughout the rest of the season. It's just we got to keep working at it, and we can use the ODACs to work on a lot of what we need to work on, and then bring that to Emory at the end of the month.
Looking ahead, what are your expectations for WNL in the postseason?
I mean, obviously we want to win ODACs and get to the NCAA tournament, but I think if we keep playing with the confidence that we have and the belief that we have now, especially after a big win, we can make a run to the NCAA tournament.
Erin, thanks for joining us. Best of luck with the rest of the spring.
Great, thank you for having me again.
With me now is Maggie Seybold, senior track and field captain from Cockeysville, Maryland. Maggie, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Looking back to the ODAC Indoor Championship at the end of February, the Generals had a pair of event wins, 6 more all-conference finishes. You came in 4th overall. How did the ODAC meet go for the team?
I think the ODAC meet was a great example of us competing with a lot of gumption and confidence. I think we're always striving to do better, so we're already starting to get prepared for the outdoor meet, and I think the whole team is demanding as much of ourselves as possible. So while we're really happy with the results of the Indoor Championship, we just wanted to steadily improve.
You're in the middle of the outdoor season now. The team just hosted the WNL Carnival this past weekend. You won the 1,500 meters with one of the best times in program history. How pleased were you with the weekend?
I was very pleased with the weekend overall. We got great weather, and then on top of that, at least for me, it was nice to see that there's still a wide open trajectory for continuing to improve, especially in the 15, and we had some other really incredible performances across the board, so it was exciting to be able to get out there on such a nice day and see everyone do well.
The Generals have a large roster that's heavy with first-year and sophomore athletes. How are those young Generals coming along?
They're doing great. We love our freshmen. They have a lot of spirit, and they've brought a lot to the table this year. And in addition to that, they're spread out over a variety of event groups. So we have a really strong set growing up. And then our sophomores are really starting to see the results of the training over the past year, and really starting to improve. So it's exciting to see them continue to grow as athletes as well.
The ODAC outdoor meet is 1 month away. What are the team's goals as you build up toward another conference championship event?
I think everyone is just really looking forward to another chance to compete on that level and to bring what we can to the table and continue to improve. I think we're ready to have some very incredible performances. We showed up and did very well indoor, and I think we're ready to carry that momentum forward.
Maggie, thanks for joining us. Good luck with the rest of the outdoor season.
Thank you.
It's time for a look at the upcoming weekend. The swimming teams return to Greensboro for the NCAA Championship, which runs from Wednesday through Saturday. Track and field heads to Lynchburg for the Jack Toms Invitational. Baseball faces Trinity on Friday afternoon at Smith Field. On Saturday, riding will compete at the UVA Invitational. Women's tennis plays host to ODAC matches against Ferrum and Sweetbriar, and baseball will visit Guilford for a conference doubleheader. Women's lacrosse travels to 7th-ranked York, while men's lacrosse hits the road to face Hampden-Sydney. And on Sunday, riding will compete in the IHSA Regionals. For WNL Sports Weekly, I'm Jeremy Franklin. Thanks for watching.